Hi guys, how you all doing? Brett here, the confidence expert. I hope you're keeping well in this awful time, this pandemic that we're going through. It's showing no signs of letting up yet, but there is always light at the end of the tunnel. We will get through this, things will get back to normal. We'll be able to go out again and socialise and do all the things we love to do. We just have to give it time. We have to be patient, which I'm sure you all know. So in the last video, excuse me, we spoke about improving your self-confidence, improving your self-esteem and your self-worth. And I spoke about achieving things, getting things done. That'll make you feel good about yourself, okay? And when you feel good about yourself, your confidence will automatically increase, okay? Which is very good. But I've had a few people say to me, that's all very well and good, Brett, but how do we become efficient? Because there is one thing out there which tends to hold us back, and that is good intentions. Okay, we see a video like this and we think, yeah, that's really good. I'm going to do that. I'm going to become more efficient. I'm going to get things done. I'm going to achieve more. And that way I'll feel better about myself. My self-confidence will increase. And we go to bed all fired up thinking I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. And we come down and we look around. What shall I do? What can I do to achieve things? What can I do to make things better? Okay, well, without a system in place, you're going to struggle. So today I'm going to give you the best system in the world for achieving things. So you become more efficient in your life, more efficient in your work, more efficient in everything you do. Okay. This system is not mine. I can't claim credit to it. It's a system that was developed in the mid-1940s in America. An efficiency expert called Ivy Lee went to see a gentleman called Charles Schwab, who was the president of the Bethlehem Steel Company. So she said to Charles Schwab, what's your biggest problem? And he said, well, we've got the knowledge. We don't need any more knowledge. We've got the products. This is in demand products. What we don't seem to be able to do is we don't seem to be able to move forward. We don't seem to be able to achieve things. We're basically just running around in circles. He said, if I had something that can improve that, that would be worth countless amounts of money to us. So Ivy Lee said, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a system. I want you to try it for a month, give it to all your employees. And after a month, you send me a check for what you think this system is worth. Now, that's a pretty cool way to do business, isn't it? There was no price on it. She told Charles Schwab, you give me the price that you think this is worth. So she gave Charles Schwab the system. And in those days, that was at the end of the war, just going forward, the average American wage was £1,900 a year, which equated to just over $36 a week. Okay. At the end of the month, when the Bethlehem Steel Company had used this system, Ivy Lee received a check from Charles Schwab for $25,000. That is pretty cool, isn't it? Remember, $1,900, the average American wage. Ivy Lee got a check for $25,000. So you're all thinking, this sounds fantastic. What's the system? Well, I'm going to give you the system today. Okay. This is a simple system, but if you use it properly, it will transform your life. It will give you more self-esteem, more self-confidence, more self-worth, you'll overcome your shyness because people will be coming to you asking you how you've achieved so much, okay? And they'll want to hear you, and you'll find that when you start talking about this, people will be hanging on your every word. So what is it? Okay, Ivy Lee told Charles Schwab to get a piece of paper and write down the 6 most important things he had to do the following day. Charles Schwab wrote those 6 down. And Ivy Lee said to him, now number them in importance. So the most important thing was number 1, and then number 2, 3, right down to number 6. And she said to him, now don't worry if you don't get them all done in a day. But what I want you to do is start on number 1 and don't stop or don't move on to any of the others until you have completed number 1. Then move on to number 2. Then move on to number 3. And if it takes you 3 or 4 days to get them done, it doesn't matter. They are the 6 most important things you need to do. Now these days we have mobile phones, which I don't have with me. We have to-do lists on our mobile phones, which makes it a little bit easier. I personally, as someone that still prefers the good old-fashioned pen, I like pen and paper. I do use my mobile phone, but I do like pen and paper. So I want you to sit down, think of the six most important things there are to do, and you could categorise these as well. You could have a work list, a home list, and a social list. You might be a member of a club or something, or a committee, or whatever it might be, photography club or whatever. Okay, and you might. Well, we've all got things to do. Write them down in the list. Just write down however many it might be, 3, 5, 10, doesn't matter. Then go through them one at a time and number them from the most important to the least important. Then set aside some time. You might be looking at this at 10 o'clock at night. Okay. So say, right, I'm going to start at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I'm going to start on number 1. And I'm not going to deviate from anything until I've completed number 1. If you're the sort of person that likes a cup of tea in the morning, get your cup of tea before you start. If you need to, turn your phone off, because if anything comes through that's important, they'll always leave a message. You can always get back to them, and just work on number 1 until it's done and complete. Okay, then move on to number 2. You will find that your productivity and your efficiency will absolutely explode. Okay, and people in your organisation will be saying to you, how on earth can you get so much done? Feel free to share this, guys. Okay, it will improve your self-confidence. It will improve your self-esteem. It will certainly improve your self-improvement, won't it? Because you'll be efficient, you'll be getting things done. Okay, and it will help you overcome any shyness you may have. So that's your task for today. All right. Write a list, a to-do list, number them from the most important all the way down. And when you start work on one, do not deviate to number 3 or 4. Just carry on working on number 1 until number 1 is complete. And then you put that to bed, you can forget about that, and you move on to number 2. Have fun, guys, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Incidentally, if you want more information of how to do this, check out my website, www.confidenceexpert.co.uk. Also, if you hit the subscribe button down below and the like button, I'd be really grateful, because there'll be some more fantastic stuff to come in the future. Take care, guys. Have a great day. See ya.